Hello, it's Stephen with Singular, and today I'm going to dive into using Singular with OBS. I'm going to take the outputs of Singular overlays and put them into OBS. And I'm probably going to do a second video on how to add some other features to this setup. I think OBS is a really good starting point for people who just want to see how to stream with really great looking overlays. So step one is you're going to need to go to the Singular website, singular.live, and you log in, and if you don't have an account, you sign up, you'll get the confirmation email, and then you're going to be dropped into the dashboard. I'm already logged into this account to do this demo. So what I want you to do is right out of the gate, I want you to go to this little icon right here. It's our marketplace. The marketplace, you can grab a bunch of different themes. So let's go to the top here. Let's go down to clean. Clean's a good one to start with. Again, you can try the other ones as well. I want these overlays on top of my, let's do it over my camera that's built into my laptop. So we're going to go download, okay, and then I'm going to close this dialog. And you're going to get an app. See, it says apps here, clean. Go ahead and open this. It opens up another browser, and you can see it pre-populates all the graphics that are in the clean theme are going to be there for you automatically. What I'd like to do here is just, I'm going to go ahead and delete this playlist. I'll make a new playlist right here because I just want to focus in on just one graphic. Let's just go to lower third. Actually, let's do two, a lower one and a lower two. Here's one here. I'll go ahead and type in my name. All right, get the idea. You see it in preview, and then when you're ready to take it on your live stream, you would go here. But this is where we need to get this graphic right here that's on the output, right? We need to get this out of here and into what we call an encoder. And OBS is great for that. It's a really powerful piece of streaming software that'll do that encoding for you. So go to the OBS website, again, for free, Windows or Mac, download it. I've already done that, and I have it up and running here. I'm going to go ahead and close the Chrome tabs there. Okay, OBS, in its default configuration, you get a bunch of these docks. You can see, you kind of move them around. The thing you want to start with, you have to have a scene, and OBS will force you to have at least one scene. A scene is composed of sources. In our case, we want two. Right over here, I'm going to go to a video capture device, and I'll just call this my cam, short for my camera, and I'm going to select it. I have my HP, there it is, it shows up, and I hit OK. So now the next step is, how do I get those Singular overlays on top of this video? Well, we have to add another source. What's the source? Back to sources, browser, because Singular is all browser based. The UI to control the graphics and the output of those graphics into their own URL or browser tab. Browser, let's call it Singular. I'm going to hit OK. It wants a URL. We don't know that yet. We'll have to jump back over to Singular to get that. So let's set our resolution. In this case, I'm going to go 1280 by 720, right? That's a 16:9 aspect ratio. I'm going to hit OK for now. Now I don't have Singular, so how do I get it? Again, back over to Singular, and we downloaded clean. Here it is. We basically want to get this output. How do I get this output? Right here, upper right. There's a little button, this copy button. It says app output URL is copied to the clipboard. Straightforward. Back over to OBS. Double click on Singular, drop this in here, bang, okay, done. Now give it a second. OBS is going to load up this web page, or output URL as we call it, right into Singular. So if I go over to our app, I'll jump back over to the control app. I'm going to take this out, back over to OBS, it's gone. Now this is a little clumsy, right? Back and forth between one web page to control the graphics and OBS to maybe switch between scenes or start your streams, because it's in OBS where you're going to do your settings, right, for stream, in this YouTube, and get your stream key and what have you. But what would be better is to get this UI right in here as a dock inside of OBS, and you can do that. So check this out. If you go under View, Docks, they support custom browser docks, right? So a browser dock is can be Singular. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to call it Singular, right? And now I need the URL. So you would think intuitively, go back over here to the URL and grab this one. Let's see what happens when I do that. Copy, go back over to OBS and paste. And then I'm going to hit apply. Loads it up and you go, boom. Login. I don't want the login. You could log in but that's not going to be, that's not the way you want to do it. What you want to do here is close this, hit OK, go back over to the singular application. Again, it was the clean theme and it's the clean app. So this is the app we're in. It's, the Singular Studio app. So we go to Manage Access, upper right hand corner, and what we're going to do is generate an app URL. So let's copy this one. And now let's close this dialog box. I'm just going to simply open up a new browser tab and paste. And you're going to see a duplicate, if you will, of that control app just showed up. And it's slightly different than this one. If you notice, this one says control and has an ID, and this one has a token. We want the one with the token because it's this token that gives OBS permission to display this UI inside of OBS. So let's select all, copy, back over to OBS, and I still have this dialog box open for the custom browser docs in OBS. Paste and hit apply, and then we're going to close. Now, if nothing shows up, like previously, remember the dialog showed up for the login for Singular. So just simply go back to View Docs, and you'll see Singular shows up as an option. That's going to show up. Then you're going to say, okay, that's cool. So now I'm going to take this, and if I move it around, boom, I'm going to bring it over here to the left-hand side. I can move things around. Now it's a dock no different than these pieces. And you know, in OBS, you can turn some of these on and off depending on what kind of show you're doing. If you're not needing to mix audio, you can turn this off. Under View Docs, maybe you turn off the audio mixer. If you notice, let's go full screen in OBS. The Singular UI just doesn't work, right? It's not laid out for OBS in this case, right? It's in this horizontal aspect ratio. It's just horrible. You can't use it. So we have a little modifier to that URL that will put it in a vertical landscape, or vertical layout, I should say. So on my in a little notepad, I have that modifier. So what we're going to do is two things to the URL. And I'm going to put this in the notes of this video so you can do this yourself. We want to get rid of the header, no header, and we want the layout to equal vertical. So I'm going to copy this, right? I'm going to go back over to, I'm already in OBS. I'm going to go back to, let's see, View Docs, right? Custom Browser Docs. Here's that URL. At the end of this URL, I'm going to paste this, and I'm going to hit apply. And I can close this. And you can see the UI refreshed into this vertical layout, which is just great because now I'm in OBS. I can see my graphic in preview. If I take it, boom, you're going to see the lower third right here on top of the output. Pretty straightforward to get OBS graphics into, the Singular graphics into OBS. So I've got in the next video, I think what I'll show you is how to do a little modification to this theme, and then we'll jump over to BitFocus and Companion and how to trigger these graphics from the Stream Deck device, which is super cool. So thanks for watching. More to come.